Great. Thank you very much. And I'm really honored to be joining you on this very important conference on sustainable development. I'll be presenting on my research and paper entitled Reimagining Education in Africa, the Transformative Potential of Prompt Engineering. So my name is Ronnie Murungu. I'm with International Youth Foundation. Process-wise, I'm going to start off with giving you a rapid state of affairs with regard to education in Africa. Then we look into the adoption of technology in the education sector. Then from there, we move on into understanding prompt engineering, the art of prompt engineering. Then we move on to the transformative potential of prompt engineering within the Africa education system. Then we look into the challenges and close off with what needs to be done to move forward. So briefly, the state of education development in Africa. So we are seeing an increased access to education. I think there's been a significant increase in access to education in Africa, with the gross enrollment ratio in primary education rising from 58% in 1990 to 79% in 2018, which is according to UNESCO. We are also seeing a growing education policy reform across the continent, reinforced by a continental level education strategy, the Continental Education Strategy for Africa, which is running from 2016 to 2025. And this strategy outlines the goals for education in Africa, the progress made towards achieving these goals as well. Then we also have some concerns. I think quality of education is also of concern. Many students lack basic literacy and numeracy skills, even after several years of schooling, a situation described as a learning crisis by the World Bank. That is according to the World Bank 2020 report. Then we are also seeing a situation around overcrowding in the classroom and also insufficient teaching. So issues like overcrowded classrooms and insufficient trained teachers is real of concern, and with people-teacher ratios exceeding 60-1 in some countries, which overly is impacting the quality of education. Then beyond this, we are also seeing outdated curriculum. Studies suggest that curriculum in many African schools is outdated and is focusing on memorization than on critical thinking and problem-solving skills. But beyond that, is failing to meet the labor market demands. Then the other aspect is around socioeconomic challenges. So over 40% of African population is below the age of 15, which is presenting both an opportunity and a challenge in equipping this young population with the right education and skills amidst issues like poverty, conflict, and also health crisis, which often affect some of the countries in Africa. Gender disparities still remains an issue. But then we are also seeing a growing potential for technology integration, like artificial intelligence, which is the reason why I'm presenting a topic related to this aspect. So let's have a quick look at technology interventions in education globally and in Africa. So global technology shift in education is the first point. So the last 2 decades have seen a significant shift in education due to technology intervention, including multiple open online courses and the use of AR and VR in classrooms. We are seeing this as a growing trend. Then democratization of education access. So these innovations have made quality education more accessible globally, bridging geographical and social economic divides. Here we are looking at MOOCs as one aspect of democratizing the education access. Then personalized learning platforms. We've seen interactive platforms like Khan Academy, Duolingo, which have revolutionized learning by providing adaptive content tailored to individual needs, utilizing data analytics for feedback. Then we also saw the introduction, development of collaborative learning tools like the Google Classroom, and also the adoption of micro teams, which has promoted collaborative learning, allowing students worldwide to participate in joint projects and discussions. Still continuing on the technology interventions in education globally and in Africa. We are also seeing homegrown solutions in Africa. African innovations like the SMS-based learning platforms, Eneza Education and Ubongo address local challenges by providing curriculum-aligned content via basic mobile phones. Then the Africa Virtual University is also one aspect that is worth mentioning here, which has been key in promoting digital education across Africa, highlighting the continent's vision to overcome educational challenges through technology. But we also noted that technology alone is not a complete solution that will guarantee improved learning outcomes in Africa. So a holistic approach includes teacher training and curriculum alignment as key essential aspects as well. And the last aspect is we are seeing a dynamic educational technology landscape. The global and African landscape of technological interventions in education are dynamic, offering insights into the possibility and adaptability of tech-driven education system. I've spoken around the Africa Virtual University. I've spoken around Ebenezer Education, Ubongo, some of the aspects, technology-driven aspects that are happening on the continent that we're hopeful will transform the education system. So having looked at the state of education in Africa, having looked at technology related to education globally and in Africa, it's time for us to look now at prompt engineering, which is the core for this paper. So what is prompt engineering? In the realm of artificial intelligence, particularly with models designed for natural language processing and understanding, the manner in which we interact with this system is of paramount importance. This interaction is often initiated through prompts or instructions, leading us to the emerging field of prompt engineering. So at its core, prompt engineering is the art and science of crafting effective prompts or instructions to guide AI interactions, ensuring that the responses generated are accurate, relevant, and contextually appropriate. So the art of prompt engineering, what are the core aspects that we consider under this? So balance of technical and artistic skills. Prompt engineering requires a blend of understanding AI's capability and human cognition and communication. The second aspect is around influence of AI model architecture. The design of prompts is influenced by the AI's model architecture, such as deep learning models, neural networks, and needs to align with the model's training for accurate responses. So this is really key to understand the AI model architecture for you to be able to generate responses, accurate responses from the prompts that you would have used. Then iterative testing and refinement. This scientific aspect involves testing prompts, gathering feedback, and refining them using advanced analytics tools to assess response accuracy and relevance. Then the other aspect is around human element in prompt design. So crafting prompts requires an understanding of the human psychology, linguistic nuances, and cultural contexts, making it a bridge between human curiosity and AI's knowledge. Then the last aspect is around the importance of simplicity. Effective prompt design often involves clarity and consciousness, as simpler prompts tend to yield more accurate results. Then significance of AI models. Here we are still continuing with the art of prompt engineering. Prompt engineering is crucial because AI models, especially advanced ones, depend on the quality of prompts to learn effectively and provide nuanced insights. Then we have other aspects like historical focus shifts in AI development, prompt engineering as a bridge, and objective-driven prompt crafting. So let me speak briefly around objective-driven prompt crafting. The process in itself involves tailoring prompts based on the interactions objectives, whether it is for factual answers, creative outputs, or complex analysis. So your prompt defines the complexity of the output that you are going to get, whether it is for factual answers, creative outputs, or for complex analysis. Then mitigating biases and pitfalls is also one of the key aspects that is really key to consider within the art of prompt engineering. Now, let's look at the transformative potential of prompt engineering. So the first one is prompting engineering has got a key contribution to facilitating personalization in education. So well-engineered prompts are essential for AI tools to provide personalized feedback and resources catering for individual learners' needs. I think that is one key, very important transformative potential for prompt engineering. Then the second one is around addressing educational complexities. Prompt engineering helps AI provide accurate academic solutions and constructive feedback, fostering a positive learning environment. Then we are also looking at catering to global diversity. So effective prompting engineering ensures AI tools are relevant and resonate with the diverse student population across linguistic, cultural, and socioeconomic backgrounds. And the last aspect on this slide is one around enhancing higher order thinking. So the transformative potential of prompting engineering is it will help to enhance higher order thinking. Here we are saying that crafting prompts that challenge students and stimulate creativity is crucial for AI tools to be more than just information repositories. Still continuing on the transformative potential of prompt engineering, it also provides support for educators. So well-designed prompts help AI-driven tools provide actionable insights for educators, aiding in informed pedagogical decisions. Then there are also aspects around facilitating collaborative learning. So effective prompts guide AI interactions in collaborative learning spaces, fostering respect and mutual understanding among peers. Then versatility for lifelong learning. This is really key, and I think it relates also to the first point around support for educators. So prompt engineering ensures AI tools cater to a wide range of learners, include professional hobbies and lifelong learners. So anyone and everyone has got a room to learn as long as they provide the key prompts to any aspects that they will be working on. Then future of education, educational AI. So the art and science of prompt engineering will be central to the future evolution of AI-driven educational tools. So bridging AI's potential with effective implementation in learning environments. So still continuing on the transformative potential of prompt engineering, prompt engineering also facilitates integrating cultural elements. So prompt engineering can guide AI tools to incorporate local stories, proverbs, cultural references, making learning more engaging and relevant. As diverse as we are in Africa, I think this is really key. Then fostering 21st century skills. Prompt engineering can aid in developing critical thinking, problem solving, creativity, nurturing a generation of innovators. The other aspect is around ethical consideration and inclusivity. So it's crucial to address ethical concerns like data privacy and cultural sensitivity, ensuring AI tools align with ethical standards. So moving forward, the other key component on the transformative potential of prompt engineering is it will help empower African youth in technology. So prompt engineering can inspire African youth to be creators, but not just consumers of technology, fostering a vision of educational renaissance across the continent. Then the last aspect is around ensuring inclusivity and representation. So effective prompt engineering ensures that every African learner is seen, heard, catered to, respecting the continent's rich diversity. So anyone, for example, in the North Africa, they can access the similar education system, similar information as to someone who is also in the southern part of the continent, as long as they use the right prompt to the information that they are seeking. So still continuing with the transformative potential of prompt engineering, it also facilitates tailoring to individual needs. So prompt engineering can guide AI-driven tools to cater to the unique learning profiles of African learners, providing personalized education. So I think we are seeing that the aspect of personalized education is coming quite frequently. Then linguistic diversity and accommodation. With over 2,000 languages across the continent, prompt engineering can help AI tools deliver content in local languages or dialects, enhancing comprehension and cultural connection. And I hope as we progress, as AI advances, it will be trained across different languages, including languages on the continent. And this will be very helpful in transforming the education system. Then compensating for educator shortages, as I highlighted in the outlook for the state of education, teacher shortages is really one of the key issues. And prompt engineering can come in as a compensation for this. So in regions with teacher shortages, AI-driven tools guided by well-engineered prompts can offer essential supplemental resources and feedback to different students. So what are the challenges? The first challenge is around technological infrastructure. It's around technological infrastructure. Here we are looking at digital divide, quality of internet connection, which is in most cases poor and not even available for many on the continent. Hardware accessibility, access to necessary devices like smartphone computers is limited in low-income regions. Electricity is really an issue. Digital literacy is also a concern that needs to be addressed as well. Then data privacy and security are some of the aspects that are of concern under this. Then training and capacity building for educators is also another challenge and concern that needs to be addressed for us to meet the creative potential of the transformative potential of prompt engineering. So need for continuous professional development is key. Pedagogical training for AI integration. So training should also focus on how to integrate AI tools into teaching methodology effectively. Customized training is also something that can be considered under this, and support systems for educators. This includes providing robust support system to enhance educators' confidence in and effective in using AI tools. Then the aspect of biases is also key here. We are looking at addressing biases, potential biases for AI. So reflecting data biases, AI systems can reflect biases present in the data they are trained on, so affecting language tools and cultural representation. The other aspect, the last one around challenges, is around cultural and linguistic diversity, designing culturally sensitive prompts. So prompts needs to be culturally and linguistically appropriate, respecting diverse values, beliefs, customs, and worldviews. So direct translation of prompts are often inadequate. Localization is necessary to ensure cultural relevance and accuracy. So the last aspect is around what needs to be in place for the transformation to happen. So the collaboration among tech companies, governments, and education institutions is vital to fully harness the potential of AI and prompt engineering in African education. So here we are looking at tech companies as innovators, providing crucial support, responsible for tailoring global AI innovations to local context. We are also looking at tech companies can play a role in capacity building, equipping educators to effectively use AI tools. Then the second key stakeholder is the government, and whose responsibility is for creating the ecosystem to facilitate this partnership. So governments are key in establishing infrastructural and policy frameworks that promote tech-driven education innovations. And governments must also prioritize digital infrastructure to ensure remote schools have reliable internet access for AI integration. Then the last aspect is the educators or the education institutions as well. And these are responsible for the context, if I may put it that way. So educational institutions ensure that AI tools are pedagogically appropriate, culturally attuned, and linguistically diverse. And they are also very key in providing feedback and research on how the AI is being used and what can be refined, what can be made better. So thank you very much. I hope this has been useful. So I'm here to take any questions or comments on this presentation. Back to you, moderator.